Yo, back with another review, another discussion, some thoughts, another face box. Everything here is not always going to be the shoe that dropped this week. I got a lot of sneakers. At some point, I plan on digging through some of the collection and doing some older stuff. And sometimes shoes grow on me after seeing them, and it's one of those things, right? Or a shoe hits a certain price point and I'm like, okay, for that shoe at this price point is definitely worth it. So this was one of those deals where, thanks to the Navy exchange, shout out to all the veterans out there, I got this shoe for a crazy deal, and it is the bargain of the century. If you are a military vet and you are not buying all of your shoes on the Navy exchange, you are tripping. You're leaving money on the table, right? This shoe grew on me. When it first hit, I'm like, I'm a real traditional guy. I think it partly comes from the era of J's that we grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, what have you. They were original releases, right? It wasn't no retros or none of that. It wasn't no colorways and all that stuff changed later, right? But I'm a fan of my shoes and the original method that I was introduced to them, right? The OG silhouettes and the OG colorways are kind of always my favorite, and probably, always will be. I could go through all the numbers and tell you all the ones, and all my favorite ones are probably going to be the first colorways that were burned in my brain, and I often think about that, that it kind of just goes hand in hand to what I'm attracted to in the Jordan sneakers, are what I grew up seeing. The go-getters in the neighborhoods, the ones that had, every shoe as they dropped when I was young, and that's what we saw, right? Y'all know the story. Y'all know how it goes. Y'all know how this addiction is born and kind of established and whatnot. 11s and 13s are probably my favorite overall silhouette, right? He got game are the best. Out of the 11s, there's a lot of shoes that I like, but I was never really a fan of the low tops, right? So when these drop, I really was not sold on jumping on board with the, Carolina blue 11 lows, right? But, you look at something every day, you seeing it, is, the light changes and the way you looking at it or whatever, and it grows on you, right? And this shoe grew on me something serious this year, but I still was not really loving it enough to pay retail on it. And then they dropped under retail on GOAT, in my size anyway. I could buy them on GOAT right now for like $159, and I was just getting ready to pull the trigger. And me and my cousin on the Navy exchange, and these jokers $116, right? Old school. That's the old school price, So couldn't pass it up. How could you not? And it's a dope sneaker. I mean, this sneaker is absolutely ice cold, man. it's a dope sneaker, you know. I had to have it. So here it is. It's in the collection. Definitely gonna wear it, you know. But yeah, so that's where we at with it. Just wanted to, you know, showcase it a little bit. Maybe you two were on the fence. Maybe you somehow don't know about the Navy Exchange and you got access 23 on the back. You know, it's a dope sneaker. This is, as far as summertime goes, probably the best summertime sneaker out, you know. But yeah, so that's where we at with it, man. You know. Got these in today from out in Cali, and man, beautiful, crispy, ice cold. But yeah, all right, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, children, whoever's tuning in, I appreciate y'all. Feel free to leave comments, man. Let's talk about it, you know. All right, later.